Point of view as they move out of lane number 4. The final of the men's heavyweight coxless 4 underway. Netherlands in 1, the United States of America in 2, Greece in 3, Great Britain in 4. Alex Gregory in the stroke seat, charging out in the first 100. Australia in 5. Watch out for them, the dark horses of this particular event. A crew that's just been put together this year into Lucerne. Joshua Dunkley-Smith stroking the Australian crew. Drew Ginn in the 2 seed, the multi-Olympic and world champion. And we have Germany in lane number 6. But Great Britain in lane number 4, just slightly down through the first 250 meters, will absolutely drive on through the first 5.
They're a pretty classy crew, the British crew. After that debacle last year where they finished 4th, Coach John West has changed the crew around a little bit. Tom James has come in instead of Alex Partridge, who's gone into the 8, but they've also changed their stroke, and Alex Gregory now at stroke, with last year's stroke gone moving up to bow. Matt Langridge has changed the rhythm of the crew, and it's very effective. John West feels that it's got a real sense of movement to it.
Nothing between 5 boats. Great Britain in 3rd place, 500 down, now into the second 500 meters as they start to stretch out. Watch number 4, that's the bows of the British crew creeping up now on Australia. The Australians just having the better of the first 500 meters. Expect Great Britain just to stretch out. Matthew Langridge in the bow seat, Rick Eggington in 2, Tom James in 3, Alex Gregory in the stroke seat, and now Britain are coming up level with Australia.
That was a good move there in the second 500, just easing back like that. They are a really excellent crew, and this sense, remember, this is the event that Great Britain got a gold medal in 3 years ago in Beijing. So this is an event that we haven't lost the gold medal at Olympic level, but going back 4 Olympics, and it's a very classy boat. And here they are now moving up. They're Britain's most successful men's crew. Perhaps not the strongest men in the squad. Those 2 were in the pair, Hodge and Reed. But this 4 is really the most successful of our crews this year.
Langridge, Eggington, James, Gregory refuse to be drawn on what's going on in the coxless pair for Great Britain. Their task is really driving it home. They've gone through in 1st place at the halfway mark. We are now only 1,000 meters away from the finishing line in the final of the men's heavyweight coxless 4, and the British crew have just been like stalking horses in that second 500. The Australians took them out to 1st place at 500, and Great Britain really established a solid second 5, and now in the 3rd, this is where we would expect the British to step on. They were outstanding when we were with them at the training camp in Aviz a couple of weeks ago. Such drive, commitment and motivation from all 4.
They're at 37 strokes a minute. That's pretty intense and pretty high, but it looks much lower, and that is the mark of a boat that's really traveling well. It's that calmness under pressure, that relaxation, and they're moving really in that very, very smooth, rhythmic way.
Matt Langridge in the bow seat, little look over his right shoulder there. He's looking for the marker. Expect Great Britain to do something now around the 1250 meter mark, which we are approaching and about to go through. The Great Britain now have moved out. There they go. It's out to 3/4 of a length. Langridge calling it from the bow seat, and the British are almost free of Australia in lane number 5. A sensational 3rd 500 meters.
They made their move. You spotted it absolutely right. They made that move, and it showed.
The British crew now will step into the last 500 meters of this final of the men's heavyweight coxless 4. Absolutely determined now to nail it in. They've done everything that's been asked of them. They've been the outstanding crew for 2011, and they have now broken free of Australia in lane 5, free of Greece on lane number 3. The British now will just stretch it out.
Greece coming up on the shoulder of Australia. That's a pretty good push there in the last 500 meters from Greece, because Australia seem to have the measure of them. But Australia's reacted to that and they're holding on. But Great Britain's still trying to move further and further away because they have a lot to prove and they want to show that they are really a class outfit and shouldn't really be messed with in the coming months.
A huge statement now being made by Great Britain in lane number 4. Alex Gregory from Leander Club, Tom James from Molesey Boat Club, Rick Egerton from Leander, Matt Langridge makes another call up there from Leander Club in the bows, and John West has done an absolutely outstanding job here. But Greece have wound it up. The Greeks are now coming back. They've got the overlap, but surely the British have done enough. We're inside 10 strokes, count them to the line, and the British are making a statement, not just to the world, but also to the chief coach, Jürgen Grobler. We are the coxless 4, we are the world champions, and Matt Langridge hits the water, and so he should. They have been the most outstanding crew for 2011. And surely now they've done enough to stay in this crew, in this lineup. But they will celebrate today and enjoy what was a remarkable performance right from the start. Great Britain are the world champions over Greece and Australia, and that will give Jürgen Grobler a lot to think about as the chief coach of the heavyweight men's team.